10 months after the devastation inflicted by Hurricane Maria on the island of Puerto Rico, residents are still recovering from the effects of this natural disaster. Prepping is the order of the day, and Puerto Rican prepper and singer-songwriter Ruben Obed knows the scenario all too well, and he has vowed to not be caught unprepared for any possible future occurrence. Zip ties, pull cords, wire, shrink tubing, rope are only some of the items being stockpiled by this Puerto Rican prepper. DIY power banks made from old cell phone batteries power arrays of USB LED bulbs to provide cheap and powerful lighting in case of a power outage. No prep would be complete without a generator, fuel, oil, fuel stabilizers which keep fuel lines clean and gas fresh for prolonged periods. Now on to personal hygiene. A camp shower has been placed permanently to provide an emergency water source for bathing. The black bag not only serves as a water container, but also as a solar water heater. And a hose brought straight into the shower area makes it all practical and comfortable to take a warm shower during any disastrous event. Aesthetically, not the most pleasing setup, but in a SHTF scenario, practicality and function is more important than visual appeal. Solar-powered light bulbs provide additional comfort and security. USB fans have us covered for some fresh air, and by hacking these USB fans to work on 12 volts, we get a more powerful air circulator. With a 12-volt battery bank and inverter providing power for TVs, fans, lights, and more, old cell phones repurposed to serve as a radio for news updates during power outage or storm, USB-powered projector connected to a digital converter box will allow us to watch TV channels during power outages without using up too much battery power. Small thermoelectric refrigerator will provide you with cool refreshments during a catastrophic event. And according to Ruben Obed, ice was a luxury during Hurricane Maria and a cold drink nearly impossible to obtain. And to be able to use the bathroom in comfort, we have a DIY fan running on a power bank, because there's nothing worse than going number 2 in extreme heat due to a power outage. Well, in a SHTF scenario, especially living on an island like Puerto Rico, I personally learned during Hurricane Maria there are certain things that were vital. For example, the mosquitoes were unbearable. So, one of the things that I've really focused on is stocking up on these things. They're very popular here in Puerto Rico. They're mosquito coils. And right now you can pick these up for $1. You know what I mean? And there's about 10 of them, and you light them up and it throws out a little smoke that the mosquitoes hate. They're like citronella smell. That type of stuff. We have these little ankle and wrist bracelets. They're also citronella. You can pick these up for $1. These are things that a lot of people, they don't really think about. But, when you're going through a shit hits the fan scenario on an island, there really is no purpose to have a bug out bag, because there's really nowhere to bug out to. So it's more of a bug in scenario here. Certain things, for example, we can assume that in a scenario like that, there's gonna be infestation of mosquitoes and mice. So, mouse traps, glue mouse traps. These animals, these rodents are gonna be looking for food. They're gonna be looking to where to run to, and they're gonna come to your house. You know what I'm saying? So these are little items that are inexpensive, but a lot of people don't really think about those things. Another thing is fuel, where to cook on. Another solution, at least that I have, is these little sterno cans. You can use this as a fuel source, to heat food. You know, these are about $1. You get about 2 hours worth of burning with one of these. So I mean, these are little things that might be able to help you out in a scenario. One more other thing, ice. Ice is something that is really hard to come by. We learned that during Hurricane Maria. You know, it was crazy. We were trying to get a cold drink. Nobody had ice. Nobody had a cold drink, and you know, you go desperate. So you know, in my personal case, I got myself one of the little thermoelectric refrigerators, a little small can refrigerator, and it'll cool up about 8 cans of soda. You know, because to have a nice cold drink is something that you really need. You know, another thing is people. You know, the system will go down. There will be no banks, so take money out of the bank. Have cash on hand, because when the system goes down, even if you have money in the bank, ATMs are gone, then you're gonna be in a really bad situation. So you know, make sure you have available fans. Fans will help you against these mosquitoes. You know, have insect repellent if you're on an island. You know, you don't want to get chikungunya, you don't want to get dengue fever, you don't want to get any kind of mosquito-borne illnesses during an SHTF scenario, because you might not be able to go to the hospital, you might not be able to see a doctor. So you know, I personally put a lot of emphasis on, you know, having fans available, having mosquito repellent, bug spray, that type of stuff, and having something cold to drink. You know, having it's very important. It might not sound that important, but it is. You know, those small comforts sometimes help you get by. Me personally, I did 5 months without electric. You know, and believe me, a nice cold soda during that type of situation, you know, goes a long way. So, you know, my advice to people is just get ready. Just get ready. Think of all the angles. Think of if you went through Hurricane Maria here in Puerto Rico, or through a similar situation, just remember of the sufferings you had during that event, and prepare yourself for those precise things that made you suffer during the storm. I hope this information is helpful. Peace. Ruben Obed.